What's up, everybody? It's Boss with Boss Grows. Just going to do a quick update on the 2020 grow. This is our second update, so it's been 2 weeks since the last one. Let's jump in and take a look.
Hey yo, I grow that hotness so y'all can watch this growing journey on my way to be a botanist. I got this garden game on my kid. You should spice it up and grow like bosses.
Alright, a couple new things here. Starting some cans just because it looked like fun. So I have a few things going there. Some Pusa Jawala, some Kangstar Starscream. Let's see, I have a Pumpkin BBG and a Bolivian Rainbow going there. The rest of these guys are all doing pretty good. I pulled out a few that weren't doing hot or that were too small or not progressing well enough. Everybody's a little bit stunted, and I'm not sure why, so I'm going to give them a little extra care this week and see if I can get them going again. Nasturtium's taken off. A few things down here still waiting to sprout, as well as I've got my other nasturtiums, zinnia and tomatoes going. Looking pretty good. So everything's looking happy here. Going to keep it moving. Before too long, I'll get some of these transplanted into dirt so that they're ready to go outside. So my little experiment to start sunflowers indoors is hit a snag. I don't know if they're not getting enough light or if they're not getting enough wind to build up strong stalks, or maybe I overwatered them. But you can see they're starting to fall over. They're about 14, 15 inches tall right now, so I might pull a few of those out of there, see if I can get that fixed up. The dwarf sunflowers are starting to get a little taller, but they're not growing as fast as their big boys. And I have a couple of random marigold sprouts, but probably not going to save them. This was a Bahamian goat seedling that I tried to throw in the dirt to save it, and doesn't look so hot. So in the big tent, everything is looking pretty darn healthy. Got a lemon drop here and an Anaheim next to it that are both doing really well. There is an apple crisp back in this corner that has some pretty big leaves. It's getting pretty tall. We'll see how that goes. Might need to give it a little haircut. Chinese 5-color doing well. It's actually starting to get some buds, and I'm going to let that go because I love these plants and I like when they're small. What else is looking good? This Elysium oxide Scotch bonnet down here is looking really good. That's the mustard. Let's see, we have giant orange habanero. This came out of the Aerogarden. It's looking really good. So yeah, pretty much everybody in here is looking good. Just real quick, what's supposed to be a lemon habanero from Pepper Joe, I'm a little curious as to why it has purple flowers. Not something I really see on a Chinense variety typically, but it's full of flowers, so it's going to start putting on fruit pretty soon. This Hungarian hot wax, you see it's starting to put on some fruit. Got a couple flowers. And then really, star of the show right now is this red chili. You can see he's got a bunch of fruits starting to ripen. I'll let those stay on there for a little bit longer, but there's also a bunch of green ones and a bunch of flowers, so he's in production mode. Ring of Fire, seen better days, but he's really bouncing back well. He actually has a few fruits growing on him, so we'll see how big those actually get to. So that's most of the peppers for this year. We'll go take a quick look at the outside, but there's a surprise from our last grow update. We got a little snow, but covered this guy, and you can see we have some little sprouts. We got spinach, we got green beans. They all survived, so those will go. After all this stupid snow melts, we'll see what we can do. Alright, something I didn't really hit on in the last video, but I should probably have shown you is my Aerogarden. I've got a few peppers going in here, so this is a Kangstar Racha Hornet. That is a Kangstar Lemon Starburst. This is a show-off Brazilian starfish. Getting pretty tall, so in a little bit it's going to get its top lopped off, but I also have a Cedrino started here. I have started some things like cucumbers and melons in these cups. Hopefully they'll be sprouting soon, but got these awesome spacers from my homie Texas Troy. Really cool stuff. He 3D printed. So yeah, Aerogarden's going strong. I'm going to see how big I can get a pepper to grow in here. I'll probably take the Brazilian starfish, chop it, and I will probably keep that and the star racha in here LSB will probably get moved. Potentially one of them outdoors. Looks like there's 2 of them in there. If I can separate them, I'll keep one inside and one out. That's my Aerogarden setup. Alright, so that's it for the second update in the 2020 grow season. If you like what you see and you want to see what happens with my garden, go ahead and tune in, subscribe, click the bell, you'll see all the videos. It's pretty easy, I think. If I can YouTube, anybody can, right? So we'll be back in a couple weeks with the next update. We'll probably have a few quick tips and other videos in between now and then, but enjoy your early season and happy gardening. Peace.
Hey yo, I grow that hotness so y'all can watch this growing journey on my way to be a botanist. I got this garden game on lock, kid. You should spice it up and grow like bosses. I grow that hotness so y'all can watch this growing journey on my way to be a botanist. I got this garden game on lock, kid. You should spice it up and grow like bosses.